Hello friends, I am Dr. Anil Narshinge, Assistant Professor in the Department of Microbiology. And friends, today you are going to learn about how to prepare the gram staining technique. Gram staining is one of the most important staining technique and most widely employed staining technique in microbiology laboratory. So this gram staining, it was invented by the Danish scientist Hans Christian Gram in the year 1884. It is a type of differential staining technique which differentiates the bacteria in between the two types, that is gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. Gram positive bacteria means the bacteria which appear purple in color after gram staining, and gram negative bacteria means which appear pink or red in color after gram staining. So in this way we have to perform the gram staining, and the principle of this gram staining, it is based on the cell wall composition of the bacteria. So the gram positive bacterial cell wall, it is thick and it is containing more peptidoglycan. The cell wall of gram negative bacteria, it is thin, it is more complex, and it is containing less peptidoglycan, and it is containing more amount of the lipid. So based on the cell wall composition of the bacteria, it will determine whether the cell will appear the purple in color or whether it will appear pink or red in color. So that is what the principle of the gram staining. And now we are going to proceed for the steps of the gram staining. For the gram staining, the requirement, it is the practical should be performed in the 2 Bunsen burner. Then we need a clean grease-free slide. Then we need inoculating loop. We need a culture of bacteria, that we are having culture of E. coli. A marking pencil is there, and the table on to which we are performing the practical, that should be disinfected. So we will take the clean grease-free slide. So clean grease-free slide is very essential for the gram stain, for the preparation of the smear. Then we will take the culture of bacteria. By aseptic techniques, we have to take the loopful of the culture. So we will sterilize the wire loop. After sterilization, allow it to cool for a few seconds. Then by aseptic techniques, we have to take a loopful or 2 loopful of the culture. So we have taken a loopful of the culture, and that loopful of the culture we have to place onto this marking area into the center of the slide, and we have to spread it into circular motion so as to form a thin film. It should be spreaded evenly on the surface of the glass slide. Then sterilize wire loop, keep it aside, then allow the smear to air dry completely. Then you have to heat fix the smear. So heat fixation is one of the most important step in the staining technique. We have prepared the smear. Smear should be thin, it should not be too thick or it should not be too thin. So for the preparation of good smear, a small amount of culture we have taken, and we are heat fixing the slide by passing rapidly through the Bunsen burner 2 to 3 times. Avoid overheating so that the damage will not be caused to the shape of the bacteria. Now the smear, it is being heat fixed, and after heat fixation we have to use that slide for the staining, gram staining. So now we can see that a thin whitish film is formed, and that the slide is ready for the preparation for the gram staining. Now we'll do the procedure of the gram staining. So friends, now the bacterial smear, it is prepared, and we have to place this slide over the staining tray. Now we are going to proceed for the gram staining procedure. Then we have to take the crystal violet, which is the primary stain. So that first staining reagent which is used in the gram staining, it is the crystal violet. It is called as the primary stain. It is crystal violet, and we have to add few drops of the crystal violet over the smear. So add few drops of the crystal violet over the smear and allow it to stand for 1 minute. Allow it to stand for 1 minute. You have to wash the slide gently wash the slide under running tap water to remove excess stain. Then place the slide over a staining tray. So at this stage, after the addition of crystal violet, all the cells, they will retain the color of the crystal violet, and when we see under the microscope, they will appear purple in color. Then the next staining reagent which is used, that is Gram's iodine. So it is the mordant, a substance which increases affinity between the bacterial cell and the stain, and we have to add few drops of the mordant dropwise. So add the few drops of the Gram's iodine, a mordant, over the surface of the smear and allow it to stand for 30 to 60 seconds. So Gram's iodine, it is used as a mordant, and that will enhance the affinity between bacterial cells and the stain, and the CVI complex is formed and the stain is retained firmly by the bacteria. And at this stage, when we see the slide under microscope, so a dark purple color cells will appear. The next step, it is the 95% ethanol. So 95% ethanol, it is used as a decolorizer. So that we are going to add. Before that, we have to wash the slide gently under running tap water to remove the excess stain. Then we have to add 95% ethanol dropwise. So we have added 95% ethanol dropwise. Avoid over decolorization. Then after addition of the 95% ethanol, so that cell wall, Gram staining is based on the cell wall composition. So when the 95% ethanol it is used, it is acting as a protein dehydrating agent, and as well as it is the lipid solvent. The Gram positive bacteria, they contain less lipid, they contain more peptidoglycan, and the cell wall of the Gram negative bacteria, they contain more lipid and they contain less peptidoglycan. So when we add 95% decolorizing agent, that is 95% ethyl alcohol, so in the case of the Gram negative bacteria, large pores will be formed, and in the case of the Gram positive bacteria, small pores will be formed. So at the 95% ethanol, it is the lipid solvent. When it is added, so that will extract a small amount of lipid present in the Gram positive bacterial cell wall, and small pores will be formed. So that will remove a small amount of the stain crystal violet, and then small pores, it will be closed by the dehydrating effect of the 95% ethanol. Then the pores, it will be closed, and much of the stain, it is retained by the bacteria. So that the Gram positive bacteria, they will retain the crystal violet. The primary stain crystal violet is not removed, it is not decolorized by treatment with 95% ethanol, and the Gram positive bacterial cells, they will appear purple in color. So this Gram positive bacterial cell, they will not retain the counter stain and they will appear purple in color. And then if the cell wall of the Gram negative bacteria is containing more lipid, and when we add the 95% ethanol as the decolorizing agent, so more amount of the lipid, it will extracted, the CVI complex, it will be removed, and then large amount of the primary stain crystal violet, it will be removed, and the cell, it will become colorless. And when we add the counter stain, so they will take the color of the counter stain, and these bacteria, they will appear, Gram negative bacteria, they will appear pink or red in color. So the last step, it is the addition of few drops of the counter stain, that is safranin or basic fuchsin. So we have added basic fuchsin and allow the slide to keep for 45 seconds. and after 45 seconds, so gently wash the slide under running tap water. Then allow the slide to completely air dry, and after air drying the slide, then we have to add a small drop of the cedar wood oil, and we have to see the slide under microscope. So under 100x objective, we have to see the slide. We have to touch the objective lens to the glass slide surface, focus it, and then we have to observe the smear. So the both gram positive, gram negative bacterial cell, they will appear in the mixed culture. So this is what about the gram stain. Thank you.